So, how was your weekend, everybody? Mine's been pretty awesome because I get to just sit at my garden and enjoy the sunlight, which is great. So today I will be making something that I used to have whenever I visit a hawker stall back in Malaysia. This is called Bergedil, and Bergedil is actually a potato patty. Well, traditionally in Malaysia, now Bergedil, you have different types of Bergedil. You have the chicken one, the fish ones, as well as the mincemeat one. But today we're going to be doing something a bit more different, a bit more special, which is the vegan type, because it's #meat-free Monday. So I'm making a vegan style Bergedil or a vegan style potato patty. So it's very, very simple, trust me. Now the first thing that you will be needing is to make sure that you get some potatoes and you boil them. So I'm using about 3 potatoes. Okay, skin them, cut them into cubes. Now this is important because you want them to cook a lot quicker, and then just boil them in hot water. So over here I've got the potatoes that I've already boiled. So they're right now soft and fluffy. So all we need to do now is just to drain off all the water and then just pop them into this plate, into this bowl over here. Let me just drain them off quickly. Now, these are the potatoes. There we go. There we go. Now you need to make sure that you take the skin off, because otherwise it will be quite difficult for the potatoes to stick together and bind together, because we're not using any eggs here as the binder. So this Bergedil is going to be very, very crumbly. Right. So that is done. What we will need to do now is to mash them up. But before we mash them up, let's chop up all the ingredients that we'll be using first. So you will be needing some cilantro or coriander. If you can't get coriander, cilantro, you can actually use parsley. I am actually using parsley today because I can't get a whole lot of coriander. So yeah, they work equally as good. Now, next thing you want to do is to get a small red onion. Now I only have a large one, an extra large one, so I'm only using 1/4 of it for 3 potatoes here. Okay, so over here I've already sliced them and diced them up. This one, these are all my red onions. That's right, I keep forgetting what they call this. So this one's like slicing up the rest of it. Now, use your red onions sparingly, because you don't want it to have too much of a pungent taste to it. So there we go. Now, let me tell you a story about onions. I've tried every single thing that I could ever find on Google to see how I could actually stop crying when I cut onions, and yeah, I tried all of them, so none of them work. So if you are gonna be doing something from Google, if it works, well, you are in luck. But trust me, 99% of them don't work, because I've been doing this for quite some time. So every time when we make like chili paste, you cry every single time because of the amount of onions we need to cut. So yeah, it's crazy. Now, let's set this aside. Then the next thing we'll be chopping down is the coriander or parsley, like the one I'm using over here. So just chop them down finely. Because, oh, I almost cut my hand, which is amazing. There we go. Right, now, so that's done. Over here is our boiled potatoes. So with the boiled potatoes, I am going to mash them up. Oh, this is not a good knife. Just using a fork, just mash them up like that. By the way, I'm using just normal white potatoes. You can use any type of potatoes, but because you don't want the skin to be in it, so I would say use those potatoes out there quite large. Like even baking potatoes is fine, because you want to peel off the skin first, then only start boiling them. You can also boil the potatoes first, then only skin it off. That way the skin comes off pretty easily, but the thing is it takes ages for potatoes to cook. So another way is just to put them in the microwave, which I find it quite bizarre when I first learned that people actually have like jacket potatoes using the microwave. It's very smart though. Never thought about it. But so if you're using microwave to cook your potatoes, just make sure you pierce your potato, like just gently pierce it like several times to make sure that the air from the potato can ventilate, I think. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. This is all the potatoes mashed. Now, after that, I need you to add in the salt. Now, add in the salt. I'm using about 1/4 teaspoon of salt here. There we go. Then we're using some black pepper. I'm using also about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. There we go. Then we're going to be mixing them up again. It smells amazing already. So the good thing about this bergedil is that you can actually taste it first before you cook it. So if you don't think it's seasoned well enough, then just add a bit more salt or black pepper to it. Do not add soy sauce because that will make your patty to just crumble. Yeah. There we go. Let's try that. Perfect. Okay. Now the next thing that we want to do is just to add in the red onions. I'll add half of it first, so if it's not enough, then I'll just add more. Then, of course, my parsley, or if you have coriander, even better. And just mix this around. Now, traditionally in Malaysian cuisine, if you're making this one, you add an egg in it just to bind the patty together. Yeah, so when you fry them, it wouldn't come apart. No, because we're making a vegan version today, we're not going to be adding that. So there we go. Right, I think that's enough of red onions. Just add a tiny bit more to it. Okay, and that's it. There we go. So this is how it'll look like. It's more or less like making a croquet, you know. There you go. And that's it. That's the potato patty. Well, not really a patty, but yeah. Anyways, let's start. Next thing we want to do is just to deep fry them or pan fry them. Now, just turn this on. Okay. So I'm going to deep fry them because I just love the crunch from it. So, turn this on. Okay. Add a bit of oil in there. There we go. Right. The oil itself has to be able to cover half of that patty at least. So when you flip it over, you just have to cook the other half of it. So if it's too thin, then the mid-section of your patty wouldn't be as crispy or wouldn't be cooked or golden brown like you want it to. So yeah. Anyways, so while this is warming up, let's make the patty. So making a patty is quite easy. Just scoop a bit over to your hand, and then roll it up. Now, once you have like a ball shape, just press it down, and there you have it. This is the shape that you want. If you can see. Yep. Okay. Now, again, traditionally, if you're in Malaysia, they will actually dip this into egg mixture. Now, because we're not making that today, we're just going to be dipping into the oil. So the oil should be hot enough right now. So let's put this in. There we go. It's now cooking in there. So I would say about each side, give it about 5 minutes to cook or less. 3 to 5 minutes will do. There we go. Now, a very tricky part to this is to flip it because I'm using a milk pan over here. Right. Now, okay. There we go. Now, apparently you can actually use, chia seed or even flax seed. Mix them with hot water. Soak them in for about 10 minutes and then use those water to actually make your egg white mixture so that you can actually bind them up together nicely. But I don't have those mixture with me today. So I'm just going to be making it without the binder. Okay. Then we're going to flip it over. Alright. Now, this will take a while to cook, so I have actually made some ready over here. So this is how it will look like once you finish them. So, as you can see, these are like pan fried a little, so the top part is quite crispy and the mid section is still soft and nice. So, this is how it looks like. This is the Bergedil. Now I've garnished it with some, what's this called? Parsley. That's it. Oh my god. Okay, garnish it with some parsley, and this one goes really well with some sweet chili paste. Or you can just have it like that. And that's it. So it's a really simple dish to make. You can use this as a side dish, but if you want to make it as a main, you can do as well. Instead of making one patty, make a bigger one using 2 patties, blend them together, and then just pan it up. That's it. And this one will go really well with either rice or even like noodles as a side dish. And if you're making it as a main, then it will go really well with some coleslaw on the side, so that's perfect. Anything that is cold and tangy goes really well with Bergedil. So yeah, this is my meat-free Monday Bergedil recipe, and I hope you try it. And if you tried it, let me know how it goes. And I'll see you on Wednesday for Wing It Wednesday. This is a really fast recipe. I can't believe it, because it's really simple to make, really, and it's so tasty. Oh, I should taste it, right? Of course. Let's try it. So, right over here. Now, as you know, I make chili and I love chili. So I'm gonna get some sweet chili paste from the fridge. Right, I can only find this one, which is my catering tub. This one is usually what we sell on our website. But we sell this to restaurants and bars. So we're gonna get a bit of sweet chili, top it on top. There we go. Wow. Can you see? Amazing, right? Now let's just try them. Just gonna cut a bit. Can you hear it? Mmm. Yum. It's amazing. And you get like a nice taste from the potato, and then the parsley itself actually makes it a kind of like a star of this other than the potato. It blends so well with the potato, and then the sweet chili paste just give it a nice sweet tangy flavor to it, as well as bringing out the nice savory flavor of the potato as well. So yeah, try this one out. It's so simple to make and it takes just minutes. This one, altogether, prepping time, getting everything sorted, only took me about 15 to 20 minutes. Well, of course, you need to make sure you soak and boil your potatoes first. Those are really important. If you don't want to do that, just buy canned potatoes. Problem solved. Yeah, so that's all for today, and I'll see you again on Wednesday for Wing It Wednesday. Ta-da!